LinkedIn have another new feature, and this one's for job seekers. So if you head to the Jobs tab of LinkedIn, and you see the menu bar here, under the More, you will see Interview Prep. So go into here, and you can do some practice run interviews to answer some questions that are common in interviews and get some feedback thanks to AI-powered feedback that LinkedIn now offer. So you can pick one of these questions here, or you can actually go into categories and have a look at what they've got based on some of the industries that you've got in here. So you've got sales and finance, and each one has a range of common questions. So let's just go with general. Tell me about yourself. What is your greatest strength? What is your greatest weakness? Why should we hire you? So if we just pick one, let's go tell me about yourself. And then over here it says practice and get feedback. It tells you how many people have viewed this question, a bit of an overview. And then of course there's some training, which is part of premium. So if we go to practice and get feedback, I can record a video and I can write a response. So I'm going to record a video, which will activate my camera, and I've already given it permission. So there I am in my office, and I am going to do the video. So it's got here on or off. So do I want instant feedback? Yes, I do. And then I hit the record button. So let's give it a go. Countdown, 3, 2, 1, and off I go. Hi, I'm Jo Saunders, and I'm a LinkedIn specialist. And my point of difference is I come from an events background. So I help people connect through events, through design, and through creating experiences. But I've also got a graphic and design background. So I have designed websites, I have designed marketing campaigns. But if we go back even further, I used to run a pen friend club. Now you might be thinking, how is that relevant in today's world? Well, a pen friend club is all about helping people connect around the world. And I ran that for 8 years. And it's really pretty much the same reason as what I do now. So that's my point of difference. So blah, 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 whatever that is. So then I hit stop here, and it's going to give me feedback. Now, what can be useful, and whether you're in the job market or not, it tells you how fast you speak, which is quite useful because I know I do speak fairly fast. So I can get instant feedback on that. It tells me, am I using some filler words? Which is actually surprising. I'm not, because often I will say so. So if you're a person that says and, all those sorts of things, it's going to pick up your ums. So I didn't say any ums, which is good. Sensitive phrases, so if you're using something that's a little bit questionable, so I suppose if you swear or something like that, it's going to come up, and it's going to give me some tips. So we can then give it a go again if we want to, and we can save. So let's save the video. Now, I'm conscious of my background because obviously I've got my screen behind me, but I haven't set it up in this particular case. So here it is. It's now processing. And here we go in terms of speed. It's telling me actually just right, just slightly over. So I'm actually not speaking too fast. So it depends on your audience. It depends on where you're applying for a job. So if you're applying for somewhere where English is not the first language, or the language you're speaking, it's a different language, you might want to adjust it so that they can really listen to what you're saying. So give it a go yourself, practice some of the questions, get some feedback, so that now I just said then, didn't I? So they can get some feedback for the jobs that you're going for, particularly if you're going to be interviewing. But if you're not in the job market, maybe do it to practice speaking to camera, because one of the things that we do at the moment is Zoom meetings. It's creating video content. And this is a great way behind the scenes of LinkedIn to practice and get some feedback in how you're presenting, because it's all about communication. So I challenge you to give it a go and see what the LinkedIn AI intelligence gives you. So to check on your previous responses, you can see in the common questions a tick box next to the ones you've already done. So if I click on the first one, tell me about yourself, I can do another practice, or I can click on my answers to actually review my answers and compare them, and also delete them as well. So there's Joe's answer 1. I can go into that one. I can click the 3 dots. I can rename it if I want to give it a specific name about what I'm actually talking about. So it could be like elevator pitch 1 or intro 1 or whatever. Or maybe a date might be relevant. I can delete it here as well, and I can make sure it's private if I've already shared it. So if I want to provide text to a connection to get some feedback from a real person, I would request them to read this. So I would put in my blurb here and save. Whoops, and then request feedback, type in a connection. So I will put in my friend Reg, and there's the message. And I'll hit send. Now, just a side note, if you don't have premium and you go into categories, you're going to see that some of the questions are locked. They're only available for premium. So just keep that in mind. If you go back to categories and general, you will see that all of them are available. It's just in the categories of finance and sales, you'll find some specific questions are locked.